These continuous mass shootings have caused unrest across the world, and they have recently happened consecutively. One of the latest mass shootings took place in a Tulsa, Oklahoma hospital. This is yet another relentless toll of recent mass violence in the United States. And this particular shooting had a very twisted motivation behind it. On Wednesday, June 1st, the police received a 911 call about a shooting at the hospital. It was around 4:52 p.m. This was at the Natalie Building, a physician's office building on the hospital campus. The call came from someone who was off campus, but they had been on a video call at the time with one of the doctors working in the building. Out of fear, the doctor told her to call 911, saying that there has been a shooting. The responding officers were quick to arrive on the scene and got there at 4:56 p.m., just a few minutes after they had been alerted. According to Tulsa Police Captain Richard Muhlenberg, shortly after the responding officers arrived, it turned out to be an active shooter situation. When the police finally managed to breach the building, they found multiple people shot in one area of the second floor. The victims were said to be a combination of both employees and visitors. Among those who were found executed was a surgeon, Dr. Preston Phillips. The shooter was also among those who were found deceased. It is presumed that after fulfilling his mission, he took his own life. Michael Lewis was just a regular man from Muskogee, a town about 45 miles southeast of Tulsa. On May 19th, Michael had to undergo back surgery. Dr. Preston Phillips performed his surgery, and Michael was released from the hospital on May 24th. However, after his release, he called the doctor numerous times for several days. His main complaint was that the doctor caused him pain after his surgery. During all his calls, he demanded additional treatment. Lewis visited the doctor the following Tuesday for his treatment. The next day, he called Dr. Phillips' office yet again. This was a day before the shooting. Police Chief Wendell Franklin said that Lewis called the office complaining of back pain and wanting additional assistance.
After release, Lewis called several times over several days, complaining of pain and wanted additional treatment.
Lewis got fed up and had enough of the calling and the complaining, so he decided to take matters into his own hands. Later that day, around 2 p.m., Lewis went into a gun store and purchased an AR-15 style semi-automatic rifle. In addition, he bought a .40 caliber pistol from a pawn shop. When the officers finally got to where Lewis's body laid, they found a letter on him that, according to Franklin, made it clear that he came in with the full intent of executing Dr. Phillips and anyone who stood in his way. Police Chief Wendell Franklin said that according to the letter, he blamed Dr. Phillips for the ongoing pain following the surgery he underwent. Franklin then said that the letter's content showed a clear motive. He added that the others just stood in the way and Lewis gunned them down. That's right, the shooter turned out to be nothing more than an upset patient of Dr. Phillips. In addition to those who were fatally executed on that day, there were an unspecified number of other victims who were injured during the unfortunate occurrence, which took place in the orthopedic offices on the building's second floor. Dr. Phillips was an orthopedic surgeon at the clinic who specialized in spinal surgery and joint reconstruction. This was according to the hospital system. Dr. Cliff Robertson, the president and CEO of St. Francis, said that the notion that anyone would decide to go after Phillips is mind-blowing. During a news conference at Tulsa's Heart Hospital, he said, "Dr. Phillips was the perfect gentleman. He's one of those folks that his clinic couldn't always run on time, as he would spend every minute he has to provide the best service for his patients during his consultations. It is truly an ultimate loss for St. Francis and for Tulsa."
It's mind-blowing. He's one of those folks that tends to, his clinic can not always be on time because he will spend every minute with patients that they need. He is one of those doctors that was cut from the cloth It is the ultimate loss for St. Francis.
Another doctor who worked in the clinic's orthopedic department said, "The three best people in the world that are the most committed to doing what they do every day and taking care of others didn't deserve to suffer this way." Dr. Ryan Parker, who is St. Francis's Associate Chief Medical Officer, also expressed condolences to the family of Dr. William Love. Through tears on Thursday, Parker said, "To the family of Mr. Love, I'm so sorry we couldn't save you. When I woke this morning, I really just wanted this to all be a bad dream. But this is the reality of our world right now."
To the family of Mr. Love, I'm so sorry we couldn't save you. When I woke this morning, I really just wanted this to all be a bad dream, but this is the reality of our world right now.
Phillips was a man that many looked up to, according to Ruth Foley, a surgical technician at St. Francis Hospital, who had gone to Africa on several medical missions with Phillips. She stated that Phillips had a positive impact on lots of lives. Phillips traveled yearly with a nonprofit organization called Light in the World Development Foundation. The group's aim is to provide surgical services to those desperately in need. Some of the witnesses who saw the whole shooting were horrified. They described the event as one of the most terrifying moments of their lives. Lachelle Nathan had just arrived in her vehicle with her daughter-in-law and grandchildren to visit the doctor. But when she got there, she saw a lot of officers racing toward the complex. Nathan said, "It's awful. It's sad. My daughter-in-law is from Buffalo. It's not even safe if you go outside anymore, you know?" As for the daughter-in-law, she said, "I mean, you see it on TV, but you don't think it'll happen right in front of your eyes. So this is a wake-up call for my kids. This can really happen anywhere, and it's scary. You can't even go to a store. You can't even go to a school. Now you can't go to the doctor?" St. Francis Health System gave a statement late Wednesday, the day of the shooting. They said that, out of respect for the families, they are not disclosing any information regarding the names of those executed or injured. The statement said, "St. Francis Health System is grieving the loss of 4 family members. As a faith-based organization, the only recourse we have at this moment is to pray while we navigate this tragedy. We are sincerely thankful for the quick response by the Tulsa Police Department, first responders, and EMC agencies. And our deepest gratitude extends to the family members of our St. Francis family who cared for their own during this incident." The tragic incident left 4 people lifeless with multiple injured. Many people showed their support online, while others grieved the losses of the victims. In fact, in just 152 days, there have already been 233 mass shootings in the U.S., and each of them has left families with 1 fewer member. Many people are wondering what to make of this, while others just turn to a state of panic. The feeling of unrest has spread across the country, leaving people to no longer feel safe. What are your thoughts on this case?